Welcome back to Session 7 of the Hanging Stones, our Forbidden Lands campaign. Everybody say hello.
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 It's been 3 weeks since we played last, so we'll take a minute to get back in the swing of things. But help me recap if I forget. But when last we left our heroes, you ventured into the hills south of the river running through the plains of Vivend. You discovered a location called the Graveyard of Thunder, and it is a hilltop plagued by lightning strikes. You were told by a mysterious traveler that this location is filled with treasures and dangers. You ventured inside, you saw that there were a bunch of orc treasure hunters camped out outside the cave. You snuck past them. You you set off one of their traps and then managed to rearrange it to a different location and leave. You saw some creepy moving shadows in the dark. You saw a dead orc body floating in a river. You saw an albino cave crab. And you decided to leave. You have acquired some colorful seashells, a large urn filled with a perfumed oil, and a bunch of black pearls that were all apparently on an altar left there as offerings to who knows what.
And a hat full of shiny mud.
And a hat full of shiny mud. The cave was also heavily graffitied by orcs, with messages written in Orcish, apparently. And you decided you'd had enough and to set back out in search of a town where you can sell the things that you have gathered. And you haven't the slightest clue where a town might be. Or rather, you have some clue where a town might be. But it's up to you what direction you want to head in. You have just emerged from the cave, the shouting of the orcs fading into the distance as you work your way back to the muddy path down the side of the hill. And the rain is pounding down around you. And there is, wait for it, constant thunder. Take it away, wanderers.
We still inside or outside of the cave?
You're just outside of the cave mouth, I guess. Far enough out of sight to avoid the orcs stumbling into you easily.
Is it... You might have just said this, but is it morning or evening, or...?
That's a good question. Let's check. One sec. Because I don't remember what time of day it was when you went into the cave. I think... Let's see. It was daytime when you went into the cave. You fool around in there, so it's the next time period's going to be evening. It's late day right now, and if you go to start any other tasks, they will be evening tasks.
Well, do we want to move to the closest town we know about?
Yeah, I think we should get away from this area before the orcs decide to venture out of the cave.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, probably for the best. Could have gone better, could have gone worse.
By the way, I forgot to update people's willpower on the overlay. I don't know if it changed last time, but I have Grunrock at 3 and everybody else at 1. If your willpower is not that number, just interject and let me know, and I'll update it on the stream overlay.
I got 4 on mine.
Oh, okay, so you got more.
I'm at 2.
Oh, okay. I'll fix
I'm
this.
at 27.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's against the rules, but it was a good try.
I'll allow it.
10 willpower is the most you can keep.
Josh, can we see the full map again? I think we're going to travel. I just want to see,
Yep.
direction-wise.
I haven't chosen my new pride yet either.
Oh yeah, you get a new
I-
pride
You
this
should-
session
you
if
should
you
do
want,
that.
and it would be at the beginning of this session. So, you
I only had 3 weeks to decide.
I know, and
Well, I think you were
Well,
also
you
thinking
technically
about.
had 5 weeks to decide because we missed a week and you lost it a week.
I was gonna say, weren't you
So-
also thinking about like skipping it for another session too?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't
nothing
have to. I
stuck
just
out to me.
yeah.
Nothing stuck out to me last time. So
well, what about this time?
we'll wait.
All right, no willpower this session.
No willpower.
No
Okay.
willpower.
Or not willpower.
pride.
Pride. No pride. No one here has any pride. No.
So,
Most of us have pride.
do we want to head southeast? Try and find that one town.
Yeah, do you want to try here or down here?
So I believe all
I
you
like-
knew was that it was southeast of the Hollows, and you didn't know how far. And given where you are now, that
It might be more east.
you knew that it was southeast somewhere beyond the river, and you ended up going west and south along the river to try to find a crossing. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
And
that's
we
all you
saw
knew.
people here
Yes.
or here.
I think
and they
we
were
saw
headed
people-
east looking for a different crossing.
Yeah. I think we should go here.
Yeah.
If we
I
if we
agree.
follow the river, I can
Mhm.
do fishing if we
Mhm.
camp somewhere along the river.
I think it's also likely that there's going to be more towns along the river, just like Lingmel, the Hollows, the Inn.
It would make sense.
Okay.
All right. Do we go to the exploration tab then?
Yes.
Let's do it to it.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
It is evening.
I have utter faith in you. Oh,
It is evening. We need to try and make camp and
Well,
sleep.
we wanna-
I don't know if we want to make camp here though.
Yeah, we want to get away from.
we might just have to hold the exhaustion. Move a little farther and then double down in another location that's slightly safer,
Yeah.
I think so.
where there's not orcs
Okay.
and apparently lizard people that want to eat one of our party.
Are we still in open terrain too, Josh?
You're in hills terrain.
Okay, we're in hills now. I didn't know if we were still open on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I see them.
I have my thing on other. I want to request spending XP making a roll to see if I can do that on the go.
Oh,
If-
hills count as a type of open terrain.
Oh, okay. So we will get to move 2 hexes then.
Yes. Open terrain
Okay.
is plains, forest, hills. And then difficult terrain is dark forest, mountains, quagmire, and ruins. And then there's a few special ones. And high mountains are impassable. But yes, hills are a type of open terrain. They just have different modifiers to hunting and foraging, which are +0/+0.
Am I good to roll the survival roll for pathfinding
I believe so.
or for lead the way?
Let's get ready to fail on 7 dice again.
Sure.
Hey, he did
Hey,
it.
that's 2 successes.
He's capable, everyone.
I did it! I
Huzzah!
found my new pride.
All right.
leading the way.
Let me.
Josh,
Yes.
while you're doing that, can I also roll to see if I can level up? Not level up, but buy this talent.
Yeah.
It's a minstrel one, so I imagine I'm just practicing my music while we are walking.
Sure.
It's raining. He just every few minutes has to stop and empty the guitar out of water and then keeps going.
It's not a guitar. It's a lyre.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. What the hell did you just call
I
me?
ain't calling you a trooper.
There it is. All right.
Is it gonna roll?
Every time you enter a new hex on the map, the Pathfinder makes a survival roll modified by the Pathfinder talent to see if she has success. Okay. All right. Here we go. Back to the map. This
Back
hex
to the map.
is further hills rolling along, overlooking the river down below. Here you are, everyone. I am revealing that. Okay. There's further hills. You enter into the hex. You have no mishaps. I will roll to see if there's an encounter. No encounter. You're traveling across open rolling hills, and the drizzle is... the drizzle continues, but is tapering off to just a slow drizzle and a bit of mist and fog sort of obscuring your way. But you're making your way across the muddy hills until the thunder striking at the Graveyard of Thunder is fading away into the distance. You've traveled a few miles now. I actually realized, because in the springtime evenings are dark, they give a -2 on leading the way rolls. However, you would have removed those from the skill dice and still gotten a success on the regular dice, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But for future reference, that's the reason to not travel in the evening, is it gives a -2 on those lead the way rolls, but you succeeded anyway. You succeed on the hard rolls and you fail on the easy ones. That's just the rules. Right. So no encounter. Evening passes. You can actually travel 2 hexes in this type of terrain in a single quarter day if you want to. But entering another hex is another lead the way roll, which will be at a -2. So it's up to you if you want to roll that one or stop here.
It's up to you guys. I'm good.
I think we could make camp here and then save it for tomorrow. 1 hex away might be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Okay.
Dahlia
So
will
if we
help
make
make camp, whoever is making camp, since
So
helping's
wait.
allowed on that.
We're gonna make camp at night
And then sleep in the day.
and then sleep in the day. We're just gonna be in the same cycle.
No, you're
Yeah.
you're making camp. Oh, yeah,
Well, we have to make camp tonight. We'll sleep in the morning.
and then travel in the day.
And-
It'll just cut away a quarter day of travel time.
We'll
tomorrow.
travel in the day, yeah, and then in the evening we'll make camp. So we'll
Well,
get 1
how's
day of
everyone-
travel.
How's everyone's food looking then? Oh, everyone should be good.
Everyone should be good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty
Okay.
well stocked.
Grunrock. Do you want to? Yeah. I'll sleep and then keep watch in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm doing the same Wits roll.
Making camp is survival, right?
Yeah, and you'll get an extra die since Dahlia's helping you do it. She's very quiet tonight. She's got a lot to think about. She just did the most dangerous thing of her life. She's a little shook. That is a success on the make camp roll, so no complications there. I'll roll for the quarter day. Okay. No encounter. So Keep Watch does not need to roll anything. Velas gets to sleep. Vergello is practicing something. Or
Yeah, I rolled and failed.
okay, sounds about right.
I only get to roll 3 Wits rolls, so it's like super low chances. I've just gotten lucky every single time before.
Yeah. Okay. The night passes uneventfully. It's now morning, so let's do food and drink rolls.
Oh man.
Well, I feel fantastic.
At least we had some
Guys.
shelter tonight, says Dahlia.
The sass.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
wasn't.
was nice.
That wasn't a criticism.
No.
You're all much more able at this than I am.
Nah.
I liked it better when it was a criticism.
All right. Morning. What are we doing in morning?
Sleeping.
Sleep, 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 sleep. Okay. No encounters. No keep watch roll necessary. Daytime.
We're moving hexes, right?
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
We are
Daytime.
doing the thing.
Once everybody's placed, let me know. Everybody good?
Yep.
Boom.
Nice, dude. Maybe you did find your new calling.
Maybe you should.
Look at this.
Maybe your new pride should be navigating now that you're actually succeeding on the rolls.
Uh-huh.
Now that you're actually succeeding.
Once you've been lost
Shade.
enough times, you never get lost again.
Uh-huh.
It's true. He's like, oh, wait, that's the North Star.
It's
know
the
what I
law
think
of
was
averages,
happening?
except with lives.
My character was just focusing on the plants too much and getting lost.
Mhm.
And then as soon as he's like, fuck, I don't know
Sounds
what
like
he's
you in
trying
real
to
life, man.
Well, that was my pride, though.
He learned that moss grows like on the south side of trees or something, but it's like we're in an open field. There's no moss anywhere.
the moss is on the ground pointing up.
All right, guys,
we
need
need
to
to
go
go
up.
that way.
I guess we're still just following the river, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do
so
it.
northeast. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do a hex northeast and see what we look like. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my wits roll too.
All right, there's going to be an encounter. Who's the watchkeeper?
Me.
All right. You don't need to roll anything yet. I need to read what it is and see if it warrants a roll, but there is an encounter.
It's
You
gonna
know
be
what,
a
Aimee?
friendly
Ignore
one.
him. Go ahead and roll anyways. You
We
can do
are
what you want.
into, we've actually transitioned into plains again.
Huzzah!
The terrain is easier going, and there's a curve in the river, so that it seems like you will need to go southeast to continue following it along. Let's see your encounter. This is an encounter in plains because you just entered plains, so let me see here. Please hold.
Call is important to us.
Oh, the music is mysterious.
Mystery.
Remind me again where we're getting this incredible mysterious music.
That would be from Sirenscape, our lovely sponsor. No, they're not our sponsors, but they are lovely.
Lovely.
Go check
They're
out their
lovely.
music.
I couldn't remember if you talked about them, and I know that we have to.
Mm-hmm.
That we have to.
All right, let's see what we got here.
This music is delightfully mysterious. I feel like I'm in an enchanted forest, and I'm being presented with something that could help me or kill me.
But we're in the plains.
I feel like I'm
We
in
don't
a.
know what we're seeing yet.
I feel like I'm in a nondescript forest, wearing a nondescript green tunic, and I have a nondescript fairy following me.
A lot of rules, Josh. You need to calm down.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
It's a lot of rolls. Calm down.
It's-
Just rolling a
Going
few
out
dice.
green.
Nothing to be
nondescript
concerned
green
about.
tunic. Bill. Hey, listen, Bill. I know that you're saying nondescript, but
Okay.
It's nondescript.
Shush.
shush.
You,
Do I need to make that roll?
go ahead and make a scouting roll. There's a couple things happening here.
Is it a
couldn't tell.
lion? Did we come
No,
in
because
for
he
the
said there's no prize
No.
here.
Ooh.
That's not a pusher either.
Hank.
That's a double skull.
I was kind of proud of that one.
It was good. No one else.
I missed
Did everyone
It.
did everyone heal up for any lost stuff?
Oh
it. You did.
Did
Good catch. I did not.
All right.
And there's no pushing scouting rolls.
Well, you can, but you're gonna lose 2 points in.
I thought Josh just said no pushing.
No, you can push. I'm just saying it's a
Oh.
terrible roll to push because you're gonna lose You got 2 skulls already.
You're gonna lose 2 wits if you get one more skull
If you get one more
Wait.
skull, you'll lose 3 wits and be out. Yeah,
witless.
you'll be witless.
No, I won't push it.
Ah,
I need to
apologies.
throw more in scouting.
I'm almost ready. I'm processing multiple things here.
Is it
Ooh,
a
that was
wolf?
a
I
creepy
heard
howl.
a wolf.
That right there got me for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I have
What?
got
I'm
to.
glad to put out there. This doesn't seem like a lovely magic forest anymore after hearing that. Feels a little dark and
Does it feel
frightening.
a little less nondescript?
A little more horror genre.
What you call me?
All right. You come up over the crest of a hill, and you see down below, sunken into a mud pit, the caravan, the same caravan that you saw on the north side of the river a few days ago, and
That's great.
it appears that the wheels are off of a couple of the wagons in some sort of broken state, and everybody's huddled inside, and you hear some shouting, arguing off in the distance. The caravan is in a weird place. It's sort of, you see open rolling plains, but it's tucked into a little sheltered crevice at the edge of the hills, as though they have done their best to conceal the caravan. And yeah, something's going on down
Just
there.
for clarification, this is the caravan that Mrs. Pollimore is on?
Presumably.
Was on.
I think they're okay. I think that you just...
They look like
I
they
know
could be
that-
in trouble. We can't just leave Mrs. Polmore out there.
I
They
know
don't
that
look in
Aimee just
trouble.
made a roll. Can I look around to see like if they're hiding from something? Like,
Yeah.
it's weird that they would be tucked in.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a roll.
It's not gonna be great, but
They look like they're well hidden.
oh,
Oh, your elven eyes see something. Your elven eyes see...
Polymore in the
Help.
distance.
half elven.
Your half elven eyes.
They're
see
all
far
hiding
more
from
than-
her.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, and you guys want to go in.
Not me.
Well,
Dahlia,
it's kind of a lion.
kind of a lion.
Out over the open plains, just below the cloud cover, occasionally framed by the flashes of lightning up in the storm clouds, you make out the shape of a griffin with the body of a lion and the head of a great eagle, and it is flapping its way through the storm and eyeing over the plains, circling and circling out over the open plains, and you see one of the caravan guards poke his head out from behind the rock and gaze out over the plains, and he points in its direction and shouts something, and everybody runs back inside the wagons. It's
That
at this
seems like a
point
good
that you
time to
also
hide.
notice that one of the wagons is missing a horse, and two of the wagons have wheels removed, and everybody's huddled inside, apparently just stuck.
Now seems like a good time to hide.
If you're wondering, I rolled the exact same encounter again, and so I re-rolled to see what encounter happened to them.
Good idea.
Can we do any sort of knowledge griffin to know if this griffin is just hunting or protecting?
Yeah, make a lore roll.
young? There is an animal handling.
Yeah, well, that's what you can do whenever the griffin comes down and starts eating your face off.
It's gonna be my mount.
It's a monster, not an animal.
You're a monster.
Two successes on your lore roll. All right, Mr. A and Mr. Druid, this is perfect for
The
you.
druid really
Maybe you
set
found
out
your
to
new
hug it.
pride after all. Springtime, circling over the lowlands in a storm. This griffin is protecting its nest, and it doesn't want anybody to come near this section of the plains.
Would I know typically where griffin would nest if I scan the
Sure.
surrounding? Am I like,
With
"There
two
it is."
successes on the lore roll, and by watching its flight patterns. Yeah, there's some rocky outcroppings out there on the hills. They're a bit elevated and would be difficult to get up, but you're pretty sure it's probably got a nest somewhere in them there patch of hills.
And griffins aren't anything to fuck with.
Your knowledge of the natural world tells you that griffins aren't anything to fuck with. No, they are several times the size of a person. They're like a lion with wings.
An eagle head and
yeah.
wings.
I'm saying they're not large. They're about the size of a lion plus eagle wings.
With the head of an eagle.
Yeah.
And wings.
And I can tell you, since you got your 2 successes, that they primarily fight with their big lion claws, but they've also been known to just pick people up and drop them from extreme heights to crunch them up and to soften them up for their babies.
I'm relaying all this information to the party.
My name is Grunrock, and this is...
Perfect. It seems like we just need to go in that direction instead.
So we've got a decision to make. Are we abandoning these people?
Well, I don't mind sneaking up to their caravan, relaying your information, and then coming back. And then, you just push back.
I think that that's a sensible decision if we want to help them at all. I think that's the best we can do for them.
You got anything in that big brain of yours about Griffin's fears? Can we,
big
a torch or something?
No, I don't know.
If somebody can get a 3rd success on a lore roll, you could know deeper info. If you get 1 or 2 successes, you'll know exactly what he did.
Can any of us roll?
Anybody who wants to can roll lore, yeah.
Someone assist someone. Oh no! You didn't even know it was a griffin.
Yeah, the 2 of them are like, "What's that? It looks like a lion with the head of it." Yeah.
What's a lion?
You're a city person, definitely.
I am a city girl all the way through.
I will tell you.
Get a roll.
I will tell you one more piece of information though from your 2 success. Since you already know their nesting habits and territorial habits, you would also know that they really like to snack on horses.
I feel like that was a given, seeing as how a horse was missing.
Wait, we could use that last bit.
What's your plan, Grunwald?
Somebody sneak down and cut the rest of the horses free, and then everybody makes a break for it while the griffin eats.
It's not a bad idea. I don't know if they'll go for it, considering their caravan. They're gonna have no way of getting their shit.
That broken wheel says they don't have much of a choice anyway.
Maybe they're just waiting until night, when they can try and sneak out and the griffin's sleeping.
Yeah, I actually believe sneaking up there and telling them the direction of the nest, just so they're aware, and they can just camp here until the griffin goes away. It'll eventually fly off. Honestly, it seems right now that it's just looking around and making sure that this area is secure.
Sounds fair to me. Looks like it maybe already snacked on one of the horses, but I'll tell them anyway.
Okay.
Be back in just a minute.
Good.
Good luck.
You're going down to the caravan?
Oh, Jesus.
That looks like the kind of roll to push.
I am definitely going to push it. Good God.
Is it straight daylight?
No, it's raining.
It's rainy, but it's daytime.
Okay.
DM, quick rules thing. I can push it and then try for my pride, or I need to.
If you fail
while I'm
the
pushing
roll, then you can choose to add your
Try my
pride to
pride.
it.
Okay.
Wow!
Very nice. So that'll do. You took the 1 skull, yeah.
I took the 1 skull off, and then I got another skull. So is that 2 damages?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. You were supposed to leave the 1 skull on there.
I took 1 skull off.
That's right. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 damage and 2 willpower.
Damn.
Yeah, you have a slide down the rocky hill, twist something, come out feeling sore.
But you did it quietly.
But you did it quietly somehow, yeah. Just you see the silent scream.
we watch her just like flop down like the whole way, but don't hear a thing.
But
Like,
you don't hear a sound.
that's
But
really
you don't hear
impressive.
a
That looks
sound.
painful but impressive. I literally saw her land on a grand piano. Didn't hear a thing. Also, who leaves a piano out here?
Well, I think it's funny. She's doing it
Probably the
all for
Griffin.
Miss Pallamore.
I
Oh,
hope
yeah,
she was one of.
you occasionally see Miss Pallamore's name on my mouth, followed by other explicit.
I hope she was one of the horses that was taken. That's Bill talking, though.
All right. You approach the caravan, and you see... you met these people several days ago. You see a man named Groward, who you met out on the road, who was, you believe, second in command of the caravan. And he is standing in the rain outside one of the carts. And as you stealthily approach, you hear him saying, "If I hear one more word of complaint out of you, you're going to be its next snack, you old hag." And she's going,
I silently curse as I realize Miss Pallamore is alive.
"Never
And she just
in my life,
turns right back around. And is like, nope, I'm just gonna lie.
never in my life have I met a more ingrateful, disrespectful..."
Pallamore, shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna climb into the caravan.
You hear swords being drawn while they all panic for a moment before realizing who you are. And she turns to you, blinks a couple of times like she's processing. She goes, "Oh, hells. Just what I needed on the worst day of my life."
What you needed was a quick backhand. Shut up. I'm gonna turn to the guy who's the leader. Nice Griffin. He already eat one of the horses?
Yes.
It's circling, trying to protect its nest. Its nest, based off of where it's flying, probably out that way. You have a couple different options, but not many, because it looks like your wheel's all fucked up. Do you have the wheel still, or is it gone?
He says, "We stumbled into the griffin's path and it took off with one of our horses. We had to drag the carts back here into this shelter just to get away from its line of sight and salvage the wagons. And in the process, ran over a bunch of rocks. Several of the wheels were damaged, and now we're stuck in the mud. We've been here for almost 24 hours, and every time we think the coast is clear, even under cover of night, we sneak out there over the plains, and the griffin sees us and just comes swooping out, trying to snatch people up. Ruiz, our fearless leader, took the long way around the hills to try to send for help in Amber's Peak. But it could still be a day or two's journey out there, just as long back, and we don't even know if he's going to be able to get somebody to come help him. So we haven't heard from him since around this time yesterday, and who knows how long it'll be."
Okay. Here are your options. You said you've tried to sneak out in the dead of night and it's not worked. Well, you can cut one of the horses free and let it kind of snack on the horse while you try and make escape by foot. You can wait till night, gather the things that you can. If your horse is reliable, put your belongings on the horse and try and escape south and move around. Trying to manage salvaging the cart with broken wheels, with it constantly following you and it's stuck in the mud, isn't an option right now.
A younger man in the back looks at the horse and says, "We're not feeding it carrots."
No, feed it the horse.
"No, this is Carrots, my horse.
Oh, the horse is...
He's a sweet horse. I've had him for years."
Okay. Okay, well then your options are to gather what you can on your back, undo the horse when it gets dark, and try and sneak up the path. The cart's not gonna make it if it's stuck in the mud with missing wheels, especially if it's been 24 hours like you said and the griffin keeps circling. It can't stay circling.
Groward says, "Look, Hoka," and he puts a hand on his shoulder and he says, "I know you love your horse, but we finally have enough muscle here to take most of the supplies from these wagons and make for Amber's Peak." Wait, does he know that your friends are nearby? Have you shared that with him?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Okay.
Well,
He might be
didn't see us
assuming.
all, though? Yeah.
I mean, he should assume that.
He'll ask you where the rest of your party is.
They're just up the hill.
So he says, "Look, Hoka, we finally have enough muscle to salvage most of the supplies in these wagons and just leave them behind and make for Amber's Peak. The only way out of here might be to distract it with that horse, unless you want the rest of us to starve or sit out here until we're running low of supplies or for somebody to get killed trying to rescue us. Is that what you want? Do you want that on your conscience?" He's like, "No, but carrots."
We'll get you a new horse.
That doesn't
And by
seem to
we-
soothe him. He just turns and walks away from you.
By we, I mean them. Because I'm not responsible for you. I'm not actually responsible for any of you guys.
He's just on the other side of
But-
the camp, sadly gazing into his horse's eyes and petting it.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
real
we've got to
fool.
kill the horse.
What is it with Josh and killing pets?
I didn't do
To
this.
be quite honest, you rolled the dice.
This is your idea.
To be quite honest, we don't even necessarily have to kill the horse. Just pack your things up. I can untie it, unharness it from the thing. If it's just one horse, I can't imagine at night the griffin will be able to follow us. When you're saying you got stuck, that when you tried to move by night, were you trying to move the cart? Or you as individuals?
The caravan.
The physical cart that's stuck in the mud?
Well, we were trying to move. We were trying to transfer all the good wheels onto one cart, and we sent scouts out to see if the coast was clear, and it was spotting the scouts before we could even bring the wagon out of the clearing.
Cool. So we can keep the horse. You just can't keep the physical cart. Okay?
He's still gazing into the eyes of carrots.
Oh my god, kid, pack your shit. And I'm gonna climb out of the caravan and like stealth back up to my people.
Dahlia's gonna come down the hill, having heard some of this
Oh, God.
conversation from a distance,
Tell you, get your no.
sneakily.
No. We're not risking your life for you to stealth down here and talk to Miss Palomore.
She failed
Oh,
the stealth,
shit.
but the griffin also failed its scouting.
Scouting.
Roll. So
Thank God.
she makes a lot of ruckus, and you're pretty sure she's going to blow your cover. And then she gets to the bottom, and you look around, and no sign of Griffin. "Sorry, I tripped on a root."
Yeah, I tripped on one too. And I didn't make any
planes?
fucking noise.
There's no
I-
trees.
I'm sorry. I thought something had grabbed my foot. I'm so used to the dead in the hollows that... Never mind. She walks over and she's like, "Mrs. Palmore, it's you."
Can I follow?
Yeah.
I rolled my 2 successes. Do I get seen?
Mrs. Palmore says, "Dahlia, thank goodness you're here. Look at all of the mud on my clothes. These haven't been washed in days."
She's so shitty.
If Dahlia moves an inch to start cleaning, I'm gonna grab her shoulder.
She just looks conflicted and doesn't say anything.
Did the griffin see me, or am I there?
You're there.
Okay, cool.
Hello. So,
Says
about
Mrs.
your
Palmore.
griffin problem. The old bag's still alive. Cool. Anyway, we're not here to save her. But I kind of hurt a little bit, and I can help carry some stuff. I know I'm small, but stronger than they are.
And I'll kind of point at Dahlia and Miss Palmore.
Palmore thinks for a minute, and she's like, well, I do have some pots and pans you could handle. She starts just handing you things out of bags.
How does she have things?
Because Dahlia dragged them until you handed her off, and then
Dahlia.
she took them onto the caravan with her.
Grunrock, don't you feel like with this many people, it would be better to wait at night when we're gonna be a little more hidden than to start carrying pots and pans right now?
Pots. I just
Well-
thought about that, sneaking with pots and pans.
To be honest with you, half of you have tripped over roots in the daylight. I don't really trust you to make the run at night.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Did you hear a sound coming down the hill? We're not having this conversation right now.
I walked up behind you and you never knew I was here. Yeah.
This
Rattle,
many
rattle, rattle,
people-
clatter, clatter, clatter.
Mrs. Palmore's going, this one is for frying, and this one is for deep frying.
Hit her
Not
with
gonna
one
mean
of
she's
hands.
done
We'll start
either of those
banging
things in
two
her
together.
life.
Bang, 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 bang.
Ah!
Josh, would it be, like, game-wise better to move at night? Would it be stealthier?
It depends if griffins have night vision.
Ooh, which we don't know.
I'm gonna try to look at Grunrock. Do you think Ian knows if they can see at night?
I have a feeling that he would have told us that if he knew it.
I don't know. We didn't ask him, and his knowledge, recollection's a little iffy if we're not incredibly specific with what we want to know.
That's only about plants, though.
What do you think's taking them so long?
I can see in the dark.
I don't know. I thought that she was just going down there to tell them about the nest and coming back.
Yeah,
We
that's
kind
what
of
I
have to
thought.
assume that that thing probably can, too. I mean, it's an eagle, or at least part an eagle.
Eagles and lions can't see in the dark.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
Eagles can see better than you,
I don't know
and
that.
lions definitely can see in the dark.
Mrs. Palmer says, that's no eagle, it's a flying devil.
I didn't know you grew wings. Didn't we tell you to shut up? Anyway,
I don't know.
I
Just start
never-
grabbing
who's in
shit.
charge of this outfit?
Groward raises his hand.
You make the call. I'm going back.
And I'm leaving. With the pots and pans in tow.
We set the horse loose, and we make for the opposite side of the... valley, try to pass through its territory while it's distracted. That's my decision. He says, I'm
Fair
sorry,
enough.
Hoka. This is for the survival of the group. I can't risk all the lives of everyone here. Even this old lady. She says, old? I'm
Would you like us
hardly...
to put you on the back of the horse and let it get going, Miss Palmore?
I never. I see there's no use talking to you. I'm just going to sit here and take
She's
inventory.
gonna sit here. She's gonna sit here on the cart when we're all leaving. Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the horse and just be like, y'all, give me the green light and I'll cut the ropes.
I assumed you want to go talk to the party up on the hill first.
I'm going
Grunrock
back.
is talking to him.
Okay,
He went back.
Grenrock, you're up there.
Okay.
So, I don't really know what they're going with, but I think carrots is for dinner.
What does dinner have to do with anything?
Oh, so the griffin. The carrots is the horse.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. They're gonna release the horse named.
Yeah,
Carrot,
they're
Lord
releasing the
Griffin.
horse.
Got
They're-
it.
yeah.
Got it.
Velas is gonna do the cutty thing, and everybody else is gonna run. So it's either gonna be a pretty smart idea, or we're gonna get a hell of a show.
Are we going with them, or are we splitting off in our own direction? I don't know why we would want to follow them.
Well, Dahlia and Velas are still down there.
This is very uncharacteristic for Velas to care this much about other people.
Yeah, did she get swapped out with an orc or something?
I suppose we should just wait and see. Until
I'm
Velas
ready.
gets back, we can't make any moves because she won't know where we've gone.
Oh, and also the old lady's still alive, so I don't
Damn
really
it.
know what's gonna happen with that one, but she's down there.
Are you all about packed? You almost ready? People on the caravan. Got shit.
Yeah, they're gathering their things and getting ready to make a run for it.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the horses and I'm gonna summon the phantom dagger. I'm gonna look at the horse. I'm real
Stab
sorry
the
about
horse.
this. I contemplated it. I'm gonna cut the ropes and just smack its ass.
Okay. It's a beautiful tan horse, and it goes bolting out over the open plains. And
I'm gonna
you
watch
hear its
for the
hoofs
griffin.
thundering off into the distance.
Is the griffin following it?
No sign of Gryphon. No sign of Gryphon. And then you hear a high-pitched screech just echo through the canyon that you're in.
No, I'm taking off running towards
You
the
see a
group.
vague shadow descending from the clouds.
I'm hauling ass to the group, and I've got Dahlia's arm.
Okay,
Yes.
you're right.
Yes. I was gonna say get Dahlia.
Oh yeah, I've got Dahlia's arm, and I'm just running.
Hoko, with tears streaming down his face, is running to the south side of the canyon, across the clearing, and the rest of the caravan go with him, including Mrs. Polmore, who is just spouting obscenities at the group for not helping her carry more of her things, and dragging a bit behind the group. The griffin is going for the horse, and the horse is running for the north end of the canyon. And we're gonna make a move roll for the horse to see if it can make for the far clearing before the griffin swoops down on it, or not.
Come on, carrots.
Pergello, cross your fingers.
Oh no, I hate this horse.
Oh,
It buys us more time. The farther it gets, the farther the griffin is. I don't care about the horse. I want extra time. I got short legs.
Oh, it's also kind of funny, presuming we're going in a different direction from that group, that Grunrock just stole a bunch of pot and pans from Mrs. Palmore.
Your build kitchen was looking kind of light.
that's a 20. 20's a
That's
good.
2 successes.
I think
We
the
don't
horse should push
exactly.
its roll. I think the
No,
horse should push
The
its
griffin
roll.
got 3. I think the horse
I
should
think the
push
horse
its
should
roll.
push. It's running
Yeah.
for its life, obviously. It was
Uh-huh.
pushing the roll.
I assist the horse.
The horse got... Okay, well, in that case, hold on.
Let the horse push its roll and have a chance to break its leg. Be
It only gets to
better!
reroll 2 of those dice. Wait, 3 of those dice, because one of those was a skill die.
9d6 griffin.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
It
On
mattered.
seeing its prey starting to escape, the griffin is pushing its roll.
Oh, maybe the
We're all
griffin
hauling
is
ass.
itself.
Hey Twitch, thank you for joining us for
And it failed.
Griffin
He's
Eat Horse Action.
fantastic.
That
Horse
horse
races.
That horse is gone from sight, and you see the griffin land on the ground near the entrance to the far canyon where the horse has disappeared into it, and screech, and then start trying to march after the horse on its big eagle feet because it's too narrow of a canyon to
fly.
and it's much slower than the horse on foot, and it lets out a screech.
Oh my god, the mic. blew out.
I did hear it.
Mike blew
Josh
off.
opened his
You just
mouth.
got to watch you go.
That's what the subscribers are here
It lets
for.
out an ear-piercing screech, and then it takes flight once more. Your party is crossing the south end of the canyon, and you're mostly across it. But anybody who fails a move roll is straggling far enough behind that the griffin might come for you.
Oh god.
Jeez, I'm not good at moving.
I'm not gonna be good at moving with like a rolled ankle.
What is your...
Oh god, I'm not good at moving either.
Ooh, Paulmore might get eat.
Polmore is
Josh,
straggling
or
way
the-
behind the group.
Aimee, what is your
Ian.
What is your agility at?
3,
Okay, what's your max?
5.
Can I? Yeah, I'll spend a willpower point to give you 1 point back
Oh,
in agility.
You are a saint. Thank you.
Josh, did Dahlia also take a damage to agility?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't know if she
didn't
pushed or
push.
anything. Okay, yeah, I had an extra 1, and it's to agility. If anyone took damage to agility.
Ian makes it safely across the plains to the far clearing.
The hurt ankle is fucking me.
You're limping alongside Mrs. Palmore.
I'll trip that bitch.
Grunralk, you can make it safely across the clearing. Ian makes it safely across the clearing. Vergello, Palmore,
I kind of want to push it though.
you're welcome to.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be stupid. I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Veloz
Nah,
can
push
push
it,
for
that's-
2 more agility damage.
Oh, buddy.
You're down to 1 agility, and so everybody's running as fast as they can in a line, and one by one, people are disappearing into the far canyon across the plains, and 3 people are lagging behind the group. They are Mrs. Palmore, Vergello, and Veloz. And
Mrs. Palmer's not with us though, right? She went with the other group.
well, you're all taking the long way around the canyon to the
We're
south.
all running in the same direction right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
think.
split later.
We'll
I think.
split ways when we're safe.
Yeah. This is getting across this section of plains to get to the south or southeast part of the hex so that you can cross out of it into the next hex. Now, here's what's going to happen. The griffin takes flight, but it doesn't know that your party is crossing along the south edge of this clearing, and you're quite far from it. There is a storm, giving it a -1 on its scouting roll. And there is a very long distance, giving it a -1 on its scouting roll. So it's down to a mere 3 dice. If it gets a success, it's going to see the stragglers of your group and come for someone.
Can we stealth at all? Is it too late to roll stealth?
Not while
of any
running
kind?
move to sprint.
Makes sense. Oh, thank God.
It goes
think this
flapping
guy
off
is
into the storm, and you all make it to the canyon on the opposite side of the clearing. You are allowed to exit into either adjacent hex, the southeast or the south. Your choice.
Southeast, right?
Yeah.
Stay with the river.
Whichever
Alright.
one follows the river, yeah.
Yeah.
You've cleared Griffin territory.
Can
Hey.
we?
Carrots
we-
made it out too.
And carrots made
I
it.
hope
Carrots is
Carrots
lost
goes on
somewhere.
to be some stallion of a major plains horse herd.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, can we write on this map?
Yeah.
Can we write Griffin in the square?
Yeah, somebody should. I've been keeping notes of those kind of things on the map, but somebody other than me should do it for sure.
I don't know how.
Oh yeah. And procession, skeletons, mysterious hunter. I see. Who's doing the red? Is that Hank?
Is that Hank?
How do you
What
spell
red?
Griffin?
Griff.
GRYPH.
Gryph.
No, I like
Ayan?
Ayan spelling much more.
Is it A-N or O-N? Griffin. I think
It
it's Griffin.
depends on localization.
Localization.
Oh no, I put it below the...
Grr.
There we go, Griffin.
All right, you flee into another hex, which prompts a roll for an encounter.
Jesus.
Who's scouting?
Nobody, I think. I'm pretty sure we just hauled ass into it.
I mean, I can be scouting. I've hurt
she
my
was still
leg.
scouting.
I can be looking around.
We just need to elect one person who's in front looking on the lookout.
Oh, in front.
Well, now that you've regathered in the far canyon and you're starting to make your way into new territory, we need somebody to...
Aimee. I will.
You just need to elect your scout.
Aimee.
This is Plains territory again.
We democratic voted Aimee.
Okay.
She's the scout.
Hank, I kind of imagined as we were running away, like you were throwing pots and pans at either at the Griffin or Mrs. Palmore. It was undecided, and one or two may have hit my ankle as I was trying to run.
Sorry. I was aiming for the big bird.
You could just say Mrs. Palmore.
Yeah, either one that I hit would be okay.
All right.
I saved the stew pot though.
I have a whole field kitchen.
Your scout's going to notice this first, but it's not anybody being sneaky or anything like that. So you don't need to... The rain is fading, by the way. I'm going to tone that down. So you don't need to actually roll scouting. But since you're the designated scout, you'll notice this first. Up ahead, a large pile of heavy rocks stacked one atop the other in a monument that you recognize. Someone has obviously spent a lot of effort building the cairn, and someone or something is buried beneath it. It's a slightly raised hill with a stack of ceremonially stacked rocks. A grave site.
Cool.
What did you call it? A cairn?
Cairn. It's like a pile of rocks they put on top of a burial site to honor someone.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Anyone got a bell?
Actually,
Yeah, Mrs. Palmore's like, what a silly place to bury someone. It's not even a proper graveyard. Must be a barbarian of some sort.
respect the dead.
Dahlia says, I think it's quite beautiful. And Hoka is just weeping for his horse.
Oh, should we tell him? Carrots made it out.
What? I couldn't see through the storm. You
Well,
saw him get away?
It's fine.
Yeah, Carrot survived, buddy.
I'm just so overwhelmed with happiness. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, Carrots was a really fast horse.
Yeah, faster than a griffin.
I think it may have hurt its foot, but got away.
Dahlia gives him a hug, and he's wiping tears away from his face, and seems relieved.
They're such a cute couple.
I'm rooting for them.
Me too.
Oh, Hank, we need a steward and a maid.
But do you think he'd make a good maid?
We know he's great with horses.
Yeah, he could be a groom.
Well, yeah, she'll be the bride.
Wait, damn it, Bill! I was getting there.
I meant like a horse and. You guys know nothing, do you? None of y'all from Ling whatever know anything.
Ling,
I'm
whatever.
not from Ling Mel.
All right. So you've stumbled on a cairn, an ancient burial site.
Are there any flowers around?
Sure. There's flowers around.
I gather some and put it on top of the grave.
Very nice. You adorn the grave with flowers.
I don't have a bell, but
Ding! I'm gonna hit a pot.
Please hold.
I'll just play a light little medley.
Anybody who wants to can make a lore roll here.
Yeah.
Let's see if I know any more about this.
What
than I
if
do
it's an
Griffins.
evil dictator that we're just like...
Respecting.
Yeah.
We respect the dead, no matter who they are.
That's a whole lot of no. No.
I know nothing about dead people.
I see dead people.
You
Yep.
know how to make a dead people.
This is a lovely pile of
yeah,
rocks.
I know that one pretty good.
Yeah, literally everybody failed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18
Did
18
Dahlia-
dice, no successes. That's something.
Did Dahlia fail? She's a part of us.
That was the first roll.
Ah, damn.
Okay. Moving on.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
Keep going.
right.
What time of day is it? It's evening now.
Oh yeah. So this will conclude this quarter day, whatever that was.
I think it was day.
That was
The
day.
night-
Yep. It's starting to get dark
Do we
now.
make camp here?
Yeah, we
Make
gotta make camp.
I'm
My
gonna
ankle hurt.
sleep.
Both my ankles hurt, anyways.
I choose to sleep.
All right.
We'll make camp.
So, how many additional people did we gather from that fiasco?
There are 1, 2, 3, 5 total. It's 4 people
Are
in the
the undead-
caravan plus Paul Moore.
The undead jesters, weren't they part of this caravan?
They're gone because
No,
the
they
Rust
got-
brothers dragged them off.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Oh, then it's time to ask these people what the fuck was going on with that.
Do that after we make camp.
Go ahead and make the roll.
Yeah, acquire their services first, then interrogate them.
Am I being assisted?
Oh yeah. But 1 max allowed for make camp.
Yeah.
Oh wait, 1 max helping is allowed. Yeah, you have 4 other people. You can add like 5. Well, yeah, Paul Moore's not going to do shit. You can add 4 additional dice for the caravan members helping you set up camp.
It's gonna be a nice camp.
Yeah, not a problem. Camping's easy peasy when you have like a freaking army with you. If you can't find a good place, they'll just dig a hole. All right, so yeah, let's see about encounters. Oh,
A nice encounter?
look at that. We have an encounter.
Before you tell us the
friendly.
encounter,
Yep.
Josh, my other is the same like experience thing.
Mhm.
Would that happen before the encounter?
Um,
I'm trying to learn a talent still.
yeah, you can go ahead and roll it.
Hey,
Learned a thing.
I learned a
Yeah.
thing.
Then
Good
shit
job,
hit
buddy.
the fan.
Oh, it might matter if it's a combat. Like,
All right.
That always matters.
Vergello succeeds. Yeah, we're gonna need a scouting roll.
Alrighty. I can do that. Can I succeed at it? I don't know, but I
I
can
hope
try.
so, because I'm asleep.
I'll wake you up. Nope. Sure didn't.
Okay.
Man, I'm not seeing anything important today.
All right. 1 sec.
Sorry, guys.
I took Path of the War Cry rank 1 and 2.
You fail your scouting roll, so you don't see or hear this coming. But a lady comes up over the top of the hill, and she's screaming, "Please, please, strangers! We need help!" She's got blood smeared all over her face and her clothes, and she's pointing back in the other direction. She says, "Robbers! They took our horses! Do you have water? Is anyone a healer?" And then she looks
no.
back over the hill and she goes, "No, brother, don't fall asleep. Just keep your eyes open. I'll be back."
Is she legit?
Can I insider?
Make insight.
Can I
Make an
check
insight
her?
roll.
Yeah. I also would like to insider.
She's got she's actually got chainmail on and it's in tatters.
Nothing for me.
Velas,
Me and know something.
there's something fishy about this lady. Are you just gonna stand there and do nothing?
Yes. Leave.
She stares at you in disbelief and then runs away back in the other direction. You hear a distant ruckus.
I'm gonna move towards the edge and try looking again to see what I see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
You look down a little valley and there's an old dirt road running through these plains here, and there's a terrible scene unfolding before you. There's a dozen people crawling around. A couple of them aren't moving, and several are crawling around on the ground. You see Off in the distance, blood spilled everywhere. People dragging their innards along while crawling on the ground and screaming. You see a cart overturned with merchandise spilling out all over the road. And it looks like a massacre has happened here and been recently left behind. She runs back to help a man that's crawling on the ground covered in blood, and she kneels next to him, and she's stroking his hair with her bloody hands, and she glances back over her shoulder in the direction of the hill, and is saying something to him and pointing back in your direction.
Do the people look like they're faking it, or do they look genuinely hurt? Can I tell from this distance?
You can make another insight roll.
I think that as soon as I see the man actually wounded, I'm going to go down there and try and use healing hands.
Okay.
Ooh. If it seems fishy, I'm gonna grab his arm because I did get one success.
Okay.
Or mend wounds, actually.
Okay. Aen is marching off down the hill. You're watching the massacre scene on the other side of him, and you notice one of the guys who's horribly wounded clutching his stomach and dragging himself along, and he's moaning and groaning, and he stops for a second and sits up and looks around, and then resumes his moaning and groaning when he sees Aen coming down the hill.
I'm gonna take 2 or 3 steps. I'm gonna grab him and start walking backwards. No, they're faking it. They're gonna rob you.
Okay.
Back up now. Go wake up Grunrock.
I back up and go.
When you start dragging him back up the hill and disappear out of sight just as you're going up over the hill.
Oh, I'm just gonna take 2 steps back, and then I'm gonna stand on the top of the hill and just glare down at them, watching.
A couple of them stop, and one of them nudges the guy next to him, and the lady goes, "Will you do nothing to help us?"
I am going to. I don't know if I can.
We need to look up.
I'm gonna yell down to the woman. I've just told her to leave. Is this considered talking to her for a minute or two?
You can.
I would like to expend a willpower and do Path of the Killer level 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell down to her. Path of the Killer level 3 says this.
You can make others do your bidding using hypnosis. By spending a willpower, you can force your victim to perform a specific action at a time of your choosing. You must speak it to your opponent for a few minutes to use. Yeah. She's beckoning to you for help from a distance of maybe 50 to 100 feet, and you have an opportunity to talk to her. So you spend a willpower. Does this use any roll, or does it just happen?
I think it just happens.
Okay. Expend a willpower, and you can pick an action and a time and implant it in her head.
My people are strong. We are many. Take your people and try and fool someone else. Don't come back.
She looks at you in disbelief for a second. She blinks a couple of times, looks a little bit dazed, and then she turns around to look at the rest of the group, and she says, "We're making a mistake here. We don't want to mess with these people. I think they're bandits. Go on your merry way. Don't mind us. We'll be fine. Get up, get up, get up." She starts barking orders. And it's pretty clear that she's a leader of some sort. One guy who's clutching his entrails gets up, just stands up, grabs the entrails on the front of his shirt, and just angrily chucks them on the ground and stomps off, cursing to himself. And it's clear it wasn't his entrails; it was some other entrails. And they will start packing up their things cautiously while looking back towards the hill to see if they need to defend themselves.
I do not move from my spot. I just stand there, arms crossed, glaring at them the entire time until they are a dot in the distance.
All right. They're going to pack up and tip their cart upright, which is in perfectly good condition. It was just tipped over, and start hastily piling their belongings back onto it, and yeah, she's gonna order her men to pack up. Some of them are arguing, and she's just going, "No, we leave now. We can't fight them." He's going, "But they're hopelessly outnumbered. You think there's more of them?" And she goes, "There's more of them. We need to leave." And he's like, "I don't believe this. What a waste of time." And they're all angrily packing things up. And she says, "Don't talk back to your leader. Pack up." He's like, "What's gotten into you? You're such a coward." And she's just blankly staring at him, and they are packing up their things.
It took a lot of experience to work my way up to this, but golly.
Yep. You can go around the long way and avoid this. Oh wait, you're camped. Yeah, they're gonna leave.
Yeah,
they're
we're
just gonna
camped.
depart.
They can go around the long way.
They can go around the long way.
And you can
I
carry
don't
on
believe.
camping.
All right, we ignore us now. We switch to camera and we follow them. We figure out what they're doing.
Yep. Oh, you follow them?
No, of
No,
course not.
no.
But you said it. You said it.
I say a lot of things.
All right. Yeah. So you resume your camp. You don't see or hear from them again for the rest of the night. So that was the encounter. Keep watch. Yep, we're into nighttime.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Keep watch.
Before falling asleep, can we have a brief chat with the people that we rescued?
Yep.
Since we helped you guys escape from the Griffin, perhaps you wouldn't mind being honest with us about the jesters that you had with you earlier. They seemed unusual.
Well, they were our loved ones. One of them was my aunt, and somebody in the back goes, "One of them was my uncle." And one of the others says, "One of them was my cousin." And Hoka, the guy who just lost his horse, goes, "One of them was my sister."
Damn.
Her name was Celery.
Our community was set upon by the Rust brothers, and they were taking the recently buried dead and digging them up to use them as soldiers in their armies. And in a last-ditch effort to save them, we dug them up first and smuggled them out of town, and we dressed them up to try to avoid alerting any passersby on the road, and set off for Amber's Peak in the hopes that we could find them a new burial place where they wouldn't be disturbed and humiliated in this way. But the Rust brothers took them.
So they were buried in the ground, and then you dug them up, and then you cast a spell on them to be able to walk?
They
they were tied to like poles to make it look
no,
like
they were walking.
Were they?
Yeah, they were walking. I think you're correct. The Rust brothers would have animated them, and these people smuggled them out after that happened.
Okay.
So the Rust brothers dug them up, animated them, and then these people stole them in the night and tried to smuggle them out of town.
I believe him, but I'm gonna roll insight. Or can I roll insight to see?
Yeah,
if
you
they're
can roll
being
insight
honest?
anytime you want.
Sounds right to me.
You detect no deception of any kind. This story makes perfect sense and checks out.
Okie dokie, I fall asleep very easily tonight.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Just taking a couple notes.
I am too.
Come here. No, you don't get to escape. Come here. Dog.
So cute. Hello, dog.
Okay. Anyway, Yeah, they said the Rust Brothers just come in and plunder the recently dead once every year or so and drag them off and to serve in their armies. Okay, so
Oh. I would also ask them whoever seems the most knowledgeable in the group before I fall asleep. Just like yawning, kind of. Do any of you know anything about Marigold?
Marigold?
Yes.
Marigal.
Marigold.
Marigold's a type of plant.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I wrote it.
1, 2, 3. Groward, the guy in charge.
Go figure.
He's the one who corrects me on how it's pronounced.
He says Marigal.
Yes.
I've heard legends of that creature.
More specifically, I was wondering if you knew anything about... Wow, very specific. Someone he might have loved. Viridia, maybe? What's her name?
Is that the song?
What song?
Supposedly looks a lot like.
Oh, he got another success. He does know the Viridia part of the story.
Oh, fantastic.
Some of it, at least.
Love...
All right, hang on. A in chat says you're bored.
What do you mean? What?
Chat says you look bored.
That's just my face.
You just need to do a happy dance.
Nope, that's just my face.
He says, I've heard the tale of Viridia. They say she was one of the first elves to lock the land. She was supposed to be a brave and beautiful shield maiden in the ancient times. There are stories of in the ancient times before the shift, there were two brother giants, one good named Scrome and one evil named Scrame. And the shield maiden Viridia slew Scrame, the evil brother giant who was ravaging the land. And she did it by receiving help from his brother, who still guards the entrance to the underworld to this day, where the dead sleep. But Viridia sustained such terrible injuries in her battle against the giant that she died soon after. And her heart, which was a green emerald rather than a usual red elven ruby, was affixed into the crown Stanengist, but is later said to have been lost and moved into her giant-slaying sword Malagarn, which has not been seen for hundreds of years.
It was in the crown. What?
So she was a giant-slaying shield maiden.
No, I got that. Scrame.
Uh-huh.
It's the crown and the sword that I need the name of. I was taking avid notes.
When she died, her emerald heart, which is very unusual to you,
yes,
because that's not normal,
yeah,
was one of the stones fixed into the legendary crown Stanengist, whose name means the hanging stones, and but was later lost along with many of the other stones. And they say that it was found and affixed into her giant slaying sword, which is called Malagarn, and that sword affixed with her emerald heart has not been seen for hundreds of years, or so the legend goes.
Cool. Sounds good. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Josh, while they were asking questions and stuff, I was kind of just messing with my lyre a little bit.
Mhm.
And just before everyone goes to sleep, I'm gonna play that song that What's His Face was playing
Sure.
before the trees
Sure.
that made everyone happy.
Okay.
Just because I know we all just had a stressful day
Okay.
and night previous.
Yep. Before the Trees was the name of the song. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play your song. Go ahead and make a performance roll.
Make a performance roll.
See how on your game you are tonight.
Ooh.
Oh no!
All right, question. Do I push my roll first and then I roll my pride?
Yes.
Mhm.
Push then pride.
All right. I'm also a little stressed, right? Push. Did I click it?
Didn't happen.
Oh, there it goes. Oh
Wow.
wow. All right. I
You
might
are-
lose my pride.
You're
Oh man.
you're gonna pride it.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't be
it's my
stubborn. Don't be just.
nah. It's fun.
Oh.
No, I fail it.
He's too sad to play beautiful music, and here in the rain with the caravan and the young man crying because he lost his horse. For the first time ever, you play your music, and it doesn't seem to be able to lift the spirits of these poor downtrodden people who have lost their loved ones, who have lost their pets, who have lost most of their belongings and are trudging across this wet and forbidding countryside.
I'm just badly plucking
You're surrounded-
and crying, like trying to fight back, like forcing a smile but crying through a smile.
Mhm.
I think that's
You just
enough
see-
for the night, Miguelo.
You just see so much pain in so many eyes that you feel helpless to help them. Ian says, "That's enough for tonight." Do you pack it in and
Oh.
give up?
Thank you for that.
I'll just kind of like wipe my tears and then give a big smile and then just sort of roll over to go to sleep.
You see Dahlia sitting under a canvas makeshift tent, and she has tears rolling down her eyes as she sees the pain in your face. But when you make eye contact with her, she rolls over and goes to sleep. So,
Sorry.
that was
my
nice.
dog. Yeah.
Morning.
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 Is there not an
buddy.
encounter?
There's not an encounter.
Okay.
I now have 6 willpower.
I rolled the encounter check back before a bunch of these other die
God
rolls.
damn, Bill.
That's why I mean, it sucks that I lost my pride, but I liked that moment. And then
Mhm.
I also got 3 more willpower, so
Oh yeah, that was a lot of willpower.
Sorry for popping back and forth. My dog's out at the moment. He's going to want to come back in.
All
in a
good.
second.
how dare you?
Yeah, Bill gained 3 willpower in exchange for losing his pride, so he's up to 6.
Worth
That's
it.
a good deal.
Wait,
I must have gained a bunch of willpower for losing my pride as well.
Did you push your rolls and then lose it?
Yeah,
That's why Bill
Oh well,
lost
it's
his.
gone.
He got a bunch of skulls.
all right. Morning time.
All right. Food.
Good morning.
Dang it.
Is that your second loss of food?
No, one was water, one was food.
Okay.
Does someone else mind leading the way for the morning?
What kind of roll is it?
That's survival, isn't it? I have a 4.
If not, it's fine. I just want to forage.
Yeah. Yeah, I can lead the way.
But I'm not, Josh. I'm not foraging for food. Although if I find food, that's great. But I'm looking for clay, healing herbs, and white moss.
Can you forage while hiking?
No, I guess not. Now that I think about it,
Are you able to look for those things while we're hiking?
that's a good. So I'm sorry, the dog wants to come in.
That's a Josh question.
I'll make a case
Forage,
for him.
forage says cannot be done while hiking.
Right. He's not trying to forage for food. He's trying, I think, to try and find spell components. He's looking for specific herbs. I'm wondering if he could keep an eye out for them.
Clay you can find because you're traveling along a river. Or close to one.
White moss and healing herbs.
I'll let you make a survival roll if you want. If you're not doing any other action while traveling, just see if you can find one of those things along the way. If you're just looking for a sprig of it, yeah, go ahead.
Oof.
No, you don't find any
No
along
fails,
the way.
but no passes.
And Velas, what action are you taking?
I would start. Sorry, I would start trying to keep watch, and then I'd look at Grunrock and say, "Actually, would you mind doing this?" And I'm going to draw the dagger, and I'm going to just be like trying to like stab and like throw like the knife and catch it and stab. I am trying to level up in
Okay.
Knife Fighter.
Spending experience leveling up in Knife Fighter. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and make a roll for that.
I thought you had Knife Fighter level 1.
I have level 1. I want level 2.
You don't have to roll for level 2. You can get it.
Oh,
You just pay for
spend the
it.
XP and it happens.
Yeah.
You just declare it.
Health and
Yeah, you
I
only have to
do it.
roll for rank 1 in talents.
All right. And rank 2 costs how much experience?
6.
6.
Okay. All right. You level up that Knife Fighter. Right. We are traveling on the map here. Would you like to go northeast along the river or southeast across the plains?
I think we keep following the river until it bends. So, northeast across the river. I never made a survival roll.
Oh, we don't say those things.
I'm all about fairness.
Survival roll
I'm
for
not
what?
trying-
Leading the way?
Yeah, leading the way.
Yeah, you do that when you enter a new hex, so you make that roll now.
Hey,
Ooh. Nice.
I'm just copying A.
And
Did you guys know? Did you guys know that moss, when growing on the ground, does not point north? Otherwise, that would be up. Ian taught me that.
Oh my god.
You are now getting into... Here, one sec.
What do you want? That looks like a fjord.
All right, there is no encounter, and you are getting to a point where the river is starting to form a broad, swampy delta, and Groward, who was the caravan leader, is pointing, and he's going, I think we might be a bit far north. We're getting into the Blush, but I believe there's a village of trading folk nearby, the Saurians, and we could pop in and pay them a visit. They sometimes trade in traveling supplies. As long as we're careful not to offend their customs, I think they don't give too much trouble to passersby.
Are they?
He says, but
further
I think given that we're up against the Blush, that Amber's Peak should be somewhere to the south of here.
Like southwest, southeast.
I don't know.
Or
I just
south,
know
yeah.
that if you start to see the Blush, then you've gone too far north and you need to turn south to get to Amber's Peak.
Sounds great. I think this is where we part ways then. It's been an awfully wonderful time
All right.
seeing you again.
Are you not going to Amber's Peak?
Well, we are, but the Saurians can be a little racist. They don't like elves very much, I'm afraid. So this is
Is that true?
They're inciting the heck out of you.
They're all looking around at each other and shrugging and going, I
do I
don't
need
know.
to roll manipulation or
I'm also
are all-
inciting her.
Yeah.
Now you need to roll manipulation if you want Vergello not to be on anything.
Nope, she's telling the truth.
They're all looking at each
We're
other
all
like,
good.
I don't know. And the guy in charge, Groward, he goes, "Huh, I never knew that. I'm very sorry to hear it." Nobody seems to be fazed by this. They all seem to believe it, except Vergello.
Vergello.
You think she's making excuses for something else?
It's okay. And to be honest, it could just be the ones I encountered. They just weren't very nice. There were some words. It's better not to bring it up. I think this is where we part ways.
Right. I do remember hearing stories. They are also a little like high class. I mean, like Mrs. Palmore, very high class, and they probably would enjoy her company more. So and not us elves and.
She looks at you and looks back at them and looks at you, and she says, "Are you patronizing me? You're trying to feed me to the crocodile people, aren't you?"
No.
Oh yeah, they love it when you call them that.
He seems so eager to send us over there. I think we shouldn't go at all.
Mrs. Palmer, you can do whatever you would like. We just know that they don't like us, similar to you. You don't like us either. That's the comparison we're drawing.
Groward says, now, Mrs. Palmer, they're not going to eat you. I've known many who have traded with the Saurians, and as long as you respect their territory and don't make any rash movements, everything will be fine. And besides, they'll probably have food, water, and tools. Might even be able to replace some of your jewelry with some lovely colored seashells. I know that they trade in those as though they were currency. And she says, I'm not wearing some barbaric jewelry. I have
Pearls?
my grandfather... Pearls?
Pearls? Pearls are not barbaric jewelry. They trade in pearls.
She stopped real quick.
Do they?
Well,
Yes.
they can give you pearls. You need seashells. Well, not always, but
They'll trade pearls for seashells? Well,
sometimes.
I say we go pay them a visit after all.
If your ears are good.
All right.
I say we
then
pull one
thank
over on
you.
the fools. See how many pearls we
thank-
can get out of them.
Thank you for traveling with us. We hope to see you in Amber's Peak.
He says, well, we're not planning on diverting off the path too long, so hopefully we'll be there shortly after you. You all take care.
You as well.
Travel safe.
All right.
Goodbye.
She says, Dahlia, you're coming with me, right?
wait,
You're not going to leave me a
wait.
second time.
Hold on. Stop.
I'm gonna scoop a handful of the shiny mud and offer it to Mrs. Palmer.
What on earth is
As
that
a-
filth?
Well, there's shiny parts in it, and I mean, peace offering.
I don't want your sludge. Get out of my face, you green cretin.
I'll throw it at her.
Ah!
Slam my hat back on and run back past the bar.
And it's pronounced cretin, by the way.
No, it's pronounced crouton. Okay.
You green crouton.
Great on salads.
All right. They'll part ways, and Dahlia's going to turn her back on Mrs. Palmore a second time and go with you.
Yes!
Wait. What about the horse guy? Is he going
What
with
about
him?
Horseboy? I imagine Horseboy's going.
He's
with
going to
them.
stay with the caravan that he
Okay,
knows.
I thought so.
What's Horseboy's name again?
Huron.
Hoka.
Something. Hoka.
Hoka.
Hoka the Horseboy.
Hoka Horseboy.
His sister was named Celery.
Is that tension break? I lost my sister. Her name is Hillary.
All right. What direction are you heading from here?
South.
South.
All right.
Remind me again why we didn't want to go see the Soren.
The racist.
Because she stole a bull from him.
Shut the fuck up.
My thing would be like, yeah, she was totally lying. She stole that
Dahlia's
magic
like,
bowl.
did you really?
Did I
It was
really-
before we met her.
Was that something
She's a
sacred
change-
to them, that bowl?
She's a changed person now.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It looks pretty.
It does look pretty.
It's gorgeous. And
That's how we found the crazy lightning strikey place.
So
They-
Dahlia says,
didn't want to sell it to me.
clear this up for me. How many enemies do you have? The Saurians
this
hate
girl.
you. The Rust Brothers hate you.
It might be easier to count allies.
Are we going to show up in Amber's Peak and be thrown into shackles? Is that what I'm to expect?
I mean, you won't. It's fair to say
She doesn't like that answer.
that the Rust Brothers, the Rust Brothers don't like most people, Dahlia. Okay, I know that Miss Polymore liked to pretend that she was important and she would flaunt power, and there was a single Rust Brother who lived there who liked to flaunt power. But the Rust Brothers are real dickheads, okay? And they had things that belonged to the elves. I liberated them. That made them angry. Now, the Saurians just had a really pretty fucking bowl, and it was just sitting there, and I just wanted it real bad, okay? I had not been out a lot. And they don't even know that I'm the one who stole it, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. That's why we're not risking it.
I assume we're traveling while this rant is going on.
Yeah, totally.
Yes,
Listen,
you are.
Dahlia,
You can go ahead and make rolls for your travel.
the world's not black and white.
Oh wait,
okay?
this is
it's like
you can cover 2
51
hexes in the same quarter day, so we don't. All we need is a new lead the way roll from the leader.
Okay, it has to be the same leader.
Yeah, because that's their quarter day action. So whoever led the way last time is gonna do the roll again on this.
No.
Misadventure!
Oh, you rolled it again and failed.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. You were
I
saying.
think she
Amy?
made her case.
Okay.
It trails off from there. It's the same
By my
argument.
count, there are 5 people that can tolerate our presence, and 4 of them are here.
Are you counting her as one of the people?
No,
Like
that elf guy that freed us.
I meant like the 4 of them here. Is she one of like? Are you counting Velas? I don't think Dahlia tolerates her.
Oh well, that's fair. Then 4 people and 3 are here. Oh wait, no!
Listen,
It's that god that has a crush on her.
There's a god
doesn't
that has
have
a
a crush
her.
on me. Marigold. He's not a god, and he doesn't have a crush on me.
I'm sure he doesn't even think about me.
Listen, Dahlia. The world is 51 shades of gray. Find the gray that you like the most. Make your peace with it.
All right. The way forward is blocked by flooding. You are making your way south, and it's rained so much recently that these lands are badly flooded, and you end up in kind of a quagmire. Everybody must roll might or move to make it successfully through the flooded, muddy plains. If you succeed, you get across. If you fail, you lose. You take a damage to strength and must roll again. Anyone who has already succeeded can help people who have failed on subsequent rolls. And you make no further progress on the map during this quarter day, but you don't have another hex to travel anyway, so that doesn't really matter.
It's a might or a move.
Might or
So
move.
wait, what happens if I just do that? There's no fails in there, but there's no successes. Do I just not even
No
try?
successes is
You
a
lose
failure. That means you take a damage to your strength.
Ugh.
From just the exhaustion of your legs trudging through the mud and fighting against the water. Velas has a handle on it.
Can I help him?
On his next roll. We gotta see everybody's rolls.
How come everyone's got really high might? Or strength?
I'm doing move.
Those are move. It's not strength. It's a skill called might that uses strength.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
I also failed.
So 2 people
there
have
it is.
progressed. 2 people have taken a point of damage to strength and lagged behind. The people who have progressed, you can choose to throw your support to somebody else to give them an extra die on the roll their next attempt if you want.
Okay, yeah.
I'll help Anne.
Okay, thank you.
Ian?
Now can I switch over to move is agility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I switch to move since
Yeah.
I took one?
Yep.
Okay. Please, 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 please. Damn it!
That's
I
another
get
point of
assistance
damage to
from
strength.
Veloz?
Yes. Sorry, buddy. Yes.
Forget
I'm
about
trying to. Damn, I tried to clip and I missed it. I'll just have to go back and do it when it's done posting to Twitch.
Do I just keep rolling?
Vergello, you get across. Now everybody's across except Ayan, so you can get triple help this time if you want.
Yes.
I will also help
Yes.
him again.
So you get to add 3 dice
Triple
this time.
help.
3 helps.
You
Good
take
Lord.
another damage to
Push
strength.
Push
Can
it
I,
real
like-
good. Push it.
Yeah, push it. There's no reason not to push it. But
That was a move roll, so it's 1 damage to agility, isn't it?
If you get
Only
skulls on the
you
push.
get a skull.
Well, no,
Can I like?
Hang on.
Failing to get
He-
to get through the flooding causes a damage to your strength, regardless of which skill you rolled.
He rolled 1 less die because I think he did the damage to agility and
Right.
not strength.
Oh.
So you need to roll 1 more d6.
Okay. Yeah, just roll another d6 /r space 1d6. Give that a go. Okay, no.
Okay, now push it.
With 6
Because
total
you're already gonna take damage to your strength.
Mm-hmm.
With 6 total dice.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
my base goes up by 1. So 3 base, 3 skill.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Can
I just
I?
push.
Can I help him
Yeah.
even more so by like tying like a rope around like his waist and like giving it to him to hold on to? And
Wow, the push does nothing. Yeah, so you've taken a damage to strength. This is about getting through with minimal exhaustion. It's not about just like crossing one puddle. His strength damage is just him struggling to navigate the waters, either by powering through it or avoiding falling in holes repeatedly. He's having a bad time of it, and he's getting very, very tired. So you took another damage to your strength. Is your strength zeroed out, or no?
No, I'm getting so confused. I've only taken 2 damage to my strength so far.
You've
Yeah.
failed twice, so yeah.
Okay.
You're still getting triple
I've
help,
got
so you
1.
can try it
I've
again
got-
now.
Yep, I've got 1 strength.
Okay.
wait, if he fails his strength, what?
If his
He has
strength
zero-
zeroes out,
bottoms
he
out in
becomes
strength.
broken and exhausted and just can't do any more actions until he rests.
Well,
There's 2 successes.
That was a dumb risk, but he took it.
All right.
but he
I love
also
it.
failed.
I love it.
He didn't
The
fail.
fail doesn't
The
matter.
skulls only matter if you push. So everybody makes it across. Some of you are exhausted and have lost some points to your strength from crossing the marshy waters, and you otherwise get to progress. So that was the first or second hex for that quarter day.
That was the second.
Okay. Now it is daytime.
Do we want to-
So a couple of things. One, you seem to be on the shores of a great lake to the south. I'll reveal another little sliver here. On 2 sides of this hex. Also to the southeast, you can make out a rocky rise with columns of smoke coming from it, and you think perhaps there's a town in the hex to the southeast of you along the shore.
So are we able to travel again for this day?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if the flooding was like...
No, the flooding
Thought you said we
the
couldn't
flooding
do
require you
that.
to make checks while crossing that hex to see if people took damage to their strength from exhaustion. And since you all made it across, you get to keep traveling normally now that you're over it.
Okay.
It was just a challenge
you
that
said-
wears your strength down, and if somebody runs out of strength, then it would stop you there for the rest of the day until somebody rested.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't clear.
Well, so what do you guys want me to do? To lead the way, or I can rest by doing herbalist.
Well, you can't forage unless we camp for the night.
So I can do Herbalist, walking the lands sets you at ease. Quarter day spent foraging counts as resting for you. So I guess we need to set. I need to be stationary to do that.
Yeah, we could basically stop here. He could forage and rest.
I could fish, and then we could move into town during the evening.
I could also try and find the ingredients that I need for my spells, which would be really helpful for the party.
I'm okay with.
I'm fine with whatever. Velas?
I'm fine with anything. I got a couple things I want to practice, so.
All right, let's kind of take a break here, and then we'll move into town during. Josh, I don't know where you are showing on the map. You say we see it to the southeast. Does it look like it's 1 hex away or 2 hexes?
One
away?
hex. It's only a few miles away, and you can see the columns of smoke rising on the horizon.
Yeah, then we can move there tomorrow.
So do we need to make camp
I
here?
say tomorrow. Move there in the evening time.
Okay, so
And
for
the next
daytime, we
quarter.
have a forage, a keep watch,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if there's an encounter. No. Almost.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, well, got a 1.
I am specifically looking again for healing herbs and white moss.
Okay.
Gosh.
Yeah, make a survival check to forage.
Woo!
You find the first one you named. Not white moss, but the other one.
Okay,
Healing herbs.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm fishing.
Yep. No keep watch. Forage is done. Dahlia is going to rest, and Frigilla's fishing.
I get a willpower because I failed a push, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Well, did you get any skulls on a push?
No, I didn't.
Skulls on a push
Yes,
is what
skulls.
gives you willpower.
Yeah.
Damn.
I am. Kronok is keeping watch. I'm just gonna be like, Kronok, will you do me a favor and just occasionally throw stuff at me? I want to practice my dodging.
Okay.
Not set up.
Wait, the second you turn around, I'm just gonna like chuck a rock at her head.
It's not showing up, so I'm just gonna punch it in myself.
You don't click the roll, remember? You just... Yeah, there it is. Wits roll. How do you have skill dice in your wits roll?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would roll that again, because...
It wasn't setting. I don't know what happened. Nope.
I liked the first one more.
I mean, they were both
I
fails.
did. The first one wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a fail in the.
It only counts on base dice.
In the place that it mattered.
All right, I'm gonna do my fishing roll. I get +1 because I have the fisher skill, and I get +2 because I have a fishing net.
All right.
Mr. Fisherman.
So that's
Lake Fisher.
2
Let's do it.
gear dice.
all the help I gave you of being a floppy fish.
All that amazing fish training.
Woo! It paid off.
God damn, Bill.
How much fish do I get, Josh?
I don't know. How should I know how fishing works? What am I, some kind of
You need
rules
help
guy?
pulling in that cast net.
All right,
That's how many
fish. Success means you catch
albino crab.
you catch a number of units of fish equal to the number of successes rolled. The fish can be cooked by a chef or at an inn and is then turned into an equal amount of food. You can eat fish raw. You then consume a unit of fish instead of rolling your resource die for food. You need to do this within a day or the fish will be spoiled. You have 24 hours before this fish is spoiled. You could potentially sell it in town if you have more than you want, or you can just cook it into food and then everybody gains food dice or whatever.
I have 4. Honestly, I was thinking about selling it anyways in town.
That's a lot of fish. He's just pulling them out one after another. He's got a pile of fish. Dahlia's laughing and clapping and cheering while watching you just rack in the fish.
New pride found.
No.
All right. to...
I'm gonna throw another rock.
I throw a fish at her. Stop it! You're hurting her.
Ah, God
Ooh.
damn it.
Does Dahlia throw something at her?
Dahlia's resting.
Yeah, she's resting.
It's probably
This
very
might be
relaxing to
restful for
throw
her.
things at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that quarter day is done, right? All the rolls are completed?
Yep.
All right.
And everyone's cut back out that needed to be.
Okay.
What?
Everyone's like
No one
filled
knows.
back up that needed to be. Didn't Ayan get recovery because of foraging or something like that?
Yes, I get I rest when I forage.
All right. So we are now on to
Evening.
evening. What's everybody doing in the evening?
We're going to the city, are we not?
Yeah. We
Is the
gotta.
city just right around the corner? I don't know.
We have to travel there.
Okay, but we see it.
Yeah, it's 1 hex away. We see
Okay.
smokestacks.
Somebody will still have to
Alright,
make a lead the way
then.
roll, and if there's anything navigation related that happens as a mishap, then it will be ignored because you can't get lost when you can see something on the horizon.
Okay.
But you'll
Aw,
still have
look
to
at
roll
that.
either way to see if any other sorts of traveling mishaps occur.
Speaking of traveling mishaps,
Mhm.
Yeah. Can these mishaps ever be good? A good mishap?
A good
I think
mishap?
I've asked this before.
I
You
think
have definitely asked multiple times. I don't
You know,
think
if
we've
you
gotten a
get-
yes yet, but you know what? We can wear him down.
I'm gonna
if you
keep
get
trying.
this, if you get the second level in Pathfinder, leading the way counts as a rest.
Oh
for you as
shit! I
well.
didn't add my. Okay, I've got one more dice to roll.
No.
Nope. You should hear what Vergello just said though, because it's good.
If you get the second rank in Pathfinder, you rest. Like leading the way counts as rest for you.
Hey,
And then the third level, you get a D8 artifact die.
you
does
stumble
that
into a
even mean?
briar patch and your clothes are ripped again.
Stop trying to go nude.
They can be repaired with a crafting roll.
Let
Aid's
him
shirt just
be
gets
him.
ripped
Let him
off
live
every
his-
session.
Let him live his truth.
All right, but it doesn't affect your travel time or anything. So let's pop back over to here. Just make a note that your clothes are ripped. I'll work it out with you in a minute.
Yep.
And please hold. Your call is important to us.
Is it? I'd like to speak to your manager.
No, he's busy. Leave him alone.
No. I'm busy. Leave me alone. Is it redirecting your view to the right part of the map?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I just scanned there.
I'm trying to recenter everybody and it's not happening.
What was it like? Shift, hold, click, or something?
Yeah, it's doing it for me, but not for anybody else, I think. Roll20 might be bugging out. Okay. You might just have to scroll your maps to the right to find the relevant area of the map.
That's what I've been doing. Like every time we played.
Oh. I've been trying to recenter everybody, so.
There we go. We made it.
Amber's Peak.
Why were we going here again? I've forgotten.
We were bringing Mrs. Paulmore.
We're bringing
here.
his Balmore.
Oh no! In reality, if we can, I would like to get some kind of bow if we can end up affording it. But
I would love some armor.
we might just need to do some odd jobs around town to earn cash.
All right, one moment.
Sorry, coin.
It's going to be a lot to take in
Where's
a
this
moment. Yep. Okay. I just need about 60 seconds, and then we can jump in.
Alexa, set a timer for 60 seconds.
As you are approaching the town, you are going to you are going to spot something up ahead. You can see the columns of smoke rising from the distance. You can see that the town seems to be up ahead, and you come across a man laying on the ground off to the side of the little dirt trail that you're traveling along, and he is not in a good state. He's moaning. He's got charred black burn marks all over him, and he's crawling around the ground painfully slowly in the direction of Amber's Peak.
Insight check.
Sure.
I mean, we're laughing, but also there were
Every
people's
suffering person is
entrails on the
lying.
ground.
Everybody's
We
up
almost
to no
get
good.
human trafficked one time, and you don't trust anyone.
That's all it takes.
I didn't trust the people at the time.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was looking for insight. Nope. This guy might actually be hurt.
I approach him.
Yeah, the man appears horribly burned over much of his body.
Is he lying?
He ain't truthing.
You don't detect any deception.
Cool. I wasn't gonna tell them anyway.
He looks
I
burned
like-
badly enough that he's probably fatally wounded.
Fatally wounded. I'd like to kneel down next to him.
His head flops back and his eyes struggle to focus on you. His
What's
skin
the name?
is charred, his hair is burned off, his clothes are horribly burned.
Can I use healing hands on him?
Yeah.
No, wait. 1 second.
Do you want to, is the question.
No, healing hands won't do anything here. You can heal damage to strength or agility by laying your hands on the wound.
But it doesn't treat critical injuries.
No, I would need to have the white moss.
Oh no! He's gonna die because you didn't get the white moss. You got the other
Josh,
one.
do I see any white moss nearby?
Grumrock's just painting moss white.
This better work.
Red flower,
painting it
red
with?
flower, blue thorns. Red flower, blue thorns.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
This would be a whole lot easier if I wasn't colorblind.
Or you heal. I've got nature's cure as well. You heal a sickness or cure the effects of poison. Nope, it's not a sickness.
I'm afraid
He's
this man is
actually
beyond the reach of your magic.
So, like, this guy is just slowly dying.
Can I
Right.
just use my healing skill to try and help him?
Yeah.
Stabilize him at least. Oh, I'd like to assist Bill.
Who's Bill?
One person could
What does
assist
that do
him.
again? that gives me +1 more to the skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
2 successes is enough to buy him time to have a conversation with you.
I didn't want to talk to him. I'm kidding.
Travelers, who are you? Are you headed into Amber's Peak?
That's the plan.
Josh, I have a
What?
question. I'm sorry. Before we start asking stuff, he's broken, and we don't have anything to help him.
Right.
Like the broken status.
He's dying. And you don't
No,
have
wait.
he's fatally wounded.
No, I can. Okay, I'm sorry. I can use my spell without the ingredient. The ingredient boosts it up
Okay, so what does the spell do?
the next level. So it's mend wounds.
Does it help
you
with
can use
critical
magic-
injuries?
You can use magic to heal broken bones and bleeding wounds. The spell immediately heals a critical injury.
Okay. That could do it. He's beyond the reach of regular healing. Magical healing could do it, yeah. You want to cast
so
the
I need
spell
to
on him?
spend Yeah, I need to spend 1 willpower.
Okay.
Which means that I am casting...
Yeah, since you're a half-elf, when you spend 1 willpower, it counts as 2, whether you want it to or not.
And then I roll 2 dice, correct? And then you can't fail, but you can overcharge.
Yeah. So you're going to roll 2d6s, and
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is our first technical spell.
I think he cast spells one other time, I think. Maybe. When everybody was super injured after the skeletons? I can't remember.
Oh, maybe.
No, he was one of the people super injured after
I know
the
I healed him after the
Yeah.
skeletons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number of willpower points you spend is called the power level.
So
Unlike
spending
skills,
1.
you can never fail at casting a spell. Instead, you roll a number of base dice equal to the number of willpower points you spend, so this is going to be 2. If you roll 1 or more 6s, the spell is overcharged. If you roll any skulls, it's a miscast, and a random bad thing could happen to you. Up to and including character death.
Wait, time out. There's wild magic?
Oh, there's wild magic for everybody. Magic is
there
always...
goes Grunrock every single time on your wild magic.
Magic is always risky. Go ahead.
Having used mend wounds before, and seeing how hurt this guy is, do I think that I perhaps need to really focus and roll 2 willpower? Or do you think I'm good with...
If you successfully cast the spell, it'll remove the critical injury and he'll be stabilized. You don't need to put multiple successes into it.
Okay, I'm just rolling 1d6. I'm not rolling 2 then.
Well, you have to roll at least 2.
You can reduce the amount, can't you?
Yes, but you can't reduce it to 0. And half elves always add 1.
Oh, it has to add.
Yeah, half elves are more powerful, but they have trouble controlling it. That is a miscast. The spell is going to work regardless, but you have to roll 2d6, and if you double 6 it, your character dies.
Oh shit! Your character dies?
Double 6 on the miscast table is all right. Character's not gonna die. The spell also affects a friend or other unintended victim. A healing or helping spell affects an enemy alongside the intended target if any are nearby.
Oh no, I feel healthier.
What have you done?
Like, my skin is glowing.
Your friends look.
Do you think Marigold will be thinking about me now?
Griffin is feeling extremely invigorated.
Do I know that I could die from casting spells?
Yeah. Anyway, so you spend a willpower, and you've removed his critical injury, and he's able to sit up. The charred black flesh is turning back to a normal color over much of his body, and he's now in a broken but stable state where he can sit and talk to you, and he is no longer dying.
Well, I've done my part. Anyone have any questions for him?
What happened to you?
My brother and I were traveling, and we started a small campfire, and it started to grow and grow and grow, and a terrible demon of flame erupted from the campfire and attacked me. And then it headed off in the direction of Amber's Peak. I tell you, this area is cursed. Cursed with a terrible curse.
A demon of flame?
My brother headed for Amber's Peak to seek aid in desperation because he lacked the means to help me. We were going to steer clear of the town because I've heard terrible things about it, but I sent him in anyway. I do hope he comes back safely.
What terrible things have you heard about it?
I've heard that it's a place teeming with dark sorcery, and that flames behave strangely there, and that it's filled with warring clans of riders from the far west who have gathered here under one banner and aren't too happy about it.
Did you get a good look at this demon?
I did.
Did it have horns or long fingers, tall and slender?
He'll give you a description of it. It was maybe about 5 feet tall, sort of hunched over, with long, gangly arms with long claws, and it was completely shrouded in just flames pouring off of its body the entire time.
Does that sound anything
And
like...
just black smoke belching off of it in a huge column. And he said he watched it sprint off in the direction of town.
Does that sound like my demon?
No.
Nope.
No. It does have some qualities in common, like horns and gangly arms, but it sounds like it's a bit shorter and covered in flame. Yours was something else. Yours was a bit taller and emerged from the blood mist. It didn't have smoke coming off of it. And it had red glowing eyes.
Now, I've got to ask, just because I got to ask. Did you get a good look at this thing's face?
Didn't somebody just ask this? Oh,
Yeah.
its
No,
face?
like his eyes specifically.
Its eyes?
Like, yeah.
He'll describe its face to the best of his ability, and the description comes off somewhat like a flaming jack-o'-lantern. It's like a toothy, jagged grin across its face, and angry, slanted eyes, and it was...
Were the eyes golden?
No.
Okay.
Not that I could see. All I saw was a ball of flame with a faint face inside of it.
Okay.
You said your brother's in town? He went off to go in town?
His brother went to town to seek help.
Where would he most likely be? Is there anywhere we can assist you going?
The village, the nearest inn. He says if you help me along, we can look for my brother.
Yeah. Come on up, bud.
Well, you said that he's broken.
Yeah. But you're close to town, and you can all haul him up to his feet and help him walk.
I'll just go the extra mile. I'll spend a willpower point and do the first level of Path to Him. It helps a broken comrade within short range to get up on their feet. For every willpower I spend, they recover 1 point of an attribute that has been reduced to 0.
Nice.
That's 2 points.
Okay.
So if he's broken in strength and agility, he's back up to 1.
Yep. That sounds good. All right. You make for town?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. 1 sec. Bottom left, everyone. I'll try to redirect you if it'll let me.
Hey, it worked.
Hey,
Whoa.
there we are. Feel free to zoom back for a view if you wish. Your characters only see what's reasonably visible to them, but I'm going to go ahead and show the whole map here because this isn't like a dungeon that we're going to explore room by room. And 1 sec.
Hey guys, let's go here.
I don't know where here is.
She's pinging the big
Zoom out.
ominous-looking castle in the background. All right, here we go.
Before we go in, Velas, is there anything that we should be concerned about with you and other people?
Yeah, Viridian.
What are you implying?
That you're trouble wherever we go? I just need to know up front. Don't think about it too hard, just be honest.
Dahlia says, I can't believe you. How many secrets can one person be hiding?
Can I try and manipulate Aimee just to tell us the truth?
I'm
Come on.
thinking.
Come on, Velas. Like, the more we know, the better prepared we are.
Chat wants you to go hat shopping.
Killian,
would
be
like
quiet.
to. I mean, Russ brothers are always good to point out to me. Saurians, the crocodile people.
Somebody
Mrs.
else.
Paulmore. No one else really stands out.
Let's just go.
Let's go in.
All right, the mist surrounding the plains on which the village rests is accentuated by the smell of horses in large corrals nearby. Some of the animals neigh restlessly as the stench of charred meat reaches their nostrils. The mist lazily lifts as if the smell has aroused its curiosity. An incinerated man.
Love this one.
An incinerated man lies at the very end of the village street.
Another one?
Nope.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep, another one. Early birds out for a walk. Wait, what time of day is it?
It's evening.
Late time birds. No.
A murder of crows.
Um,
A flock of ravens.
he is being hastily removed from the street by a group of men so as not to disturb the mood of the market and dragged towards a nearby cottage. And you can overhear bits and pieces of a conversation as people describe how a fire-breathing boar attacked the man's farm. As the mists continue to part and as you make your way further towards the village, a river... Who did we lose?
Bill.
Oh, he's back. He's back?
Sorry, I guess Discord crashed.
Okay. As the mist continues to part and you make your way further, a river...
All those night owls.
A river becomes visible along with a long stone bridge. On the far side of the water, this description has some assumptions that I think are wrong. On the far side of the water, you see an encampment set up with many men, horses, and tents. And beyond, a towering ruined fortress that must be Amber's Peak, rising from the valley between the mountains. Flickering firelight and smoke coat the cracked stone walls of the castle. The flames occasionally changing color as they dance along the ancient cracked stones, shooting in spurts up the sides of the towers intermittently. The whole tower seems to be shrouded in strange multicolored flames.
I dig it.
And I think we should end here. It's a bit early, but
That's fair.
No, it's stopping.
it seems like
Probably
a good
idea,
pausing
but
point.
I'm
Yeah.
digging it. It's so much fun.
And a fire-breathing boar just made me want some pork, so...
Why is every town we find filled with weird stuff?
Dahlia says,
Some of that
maybe
stuff is
the
so
world
big.
is just filled with weird stuff. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah, and when you fill some of that weird stuff with water, it turns into magic lightning bolt.
I've been criticized by chat for not realizing that the opposite of early birds is night owls.
That's what I said. I said night owls.
Well, I tried.
Them old late birds.
Them old late birds. Anyway, I'm afraid that we could go another half hour, but I'm afraid that anything we start, we're not really going to be able to get through in the time, and it's a good pausing point. So we'll stop a little early this time.
Look at Dahlia with the character development.
Yeah,
The
so
world's full of weird stuff.
Sure is, kid.
she's figuring it out. So yeah, we arrive at Amber's Peak. You made it. You made it.
Woo!
And we get to start off next time with this strange town with...
Dibs on the Flaming Castle as a home base.
So it looks like both on this side of the river and the far side of the river, you see a lot of horses and a lot of people in various forms of dress, a busy market, and surrounding farms and horse corrals. So it sort of slowly turns from farmlands to what looks more like a military encampment on the far side of the river, and then that ominous flame-shrouded castle beyond. Experience. Let's hand out some sweet XPs. Please hold.
Let's do it. You always say please hold, but you never tell us what to hold.
Please hold on to your butts.
Like, it's in a chair.
We got to keep it
I got
PG.
it, boss.
It's Twitch, you know.
I got it, boss.
They have rules against butt grabbing?
That's mine,
Okay. So,
Hank.
did you participate in the game session? Did you travel through at least one hex on the game map that you'd not visited before?
So many.
Did you discover a new adventure site? You most certainly did. That would be Amber's Peak. Did you defeat one or more monsters?
We outwitted that griffin.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Defeat. It says defeat. It says defeat, not kill, and the griffin counts as a monster. Yeah, you managed to divert it by taking advantage of your knowledge of its habits and its taste for horses, and then you managed to get away through its territory unseen. So yes, you defeated one or more monsters.
Who said goblins are stupid?
Did you find a treasure worth a gold or more?
I found 4 fish. How much is that worth?
Not that.
Oh.
Did you build a function on your stronghold? Did you activate your pride? Who?
I did.
Yep. Bill did. Suffer from dark secret. We're going with Aimee. And only Aimee. Did you risk your life for another player character?
Oh, a player character?
I don't think so.
I kind of
I think it was
for the NPCs. Because we definitely could have kept going, and I was like, no, I'll stealth down there.
If somebody was getting griffined and you had to run back for them and chose to re-enter the fray, that would be how you get an experience, but we're not giving out any for that this time. And
That's fair.
extraordinary action. Do we have one for this session?
I'd nominate Aimee's mind control
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Aimee fooled the bandits by mind controlling their leader and telling her to order all of her men to leave, and bypassed what could have been an ugly and messy encounter. So, we'll give that one to Velas, and that's all of it.
Yeah. That was a good session.
That was a great session.
Um,
Back up to 10 experience.
I'm at 19. I need to spend some.
You bro,
Yes, you
spend.
need to spend some.
No, it's my...
Buy 2
It's
levels in
survival.
survival. buy the next 2 levels in survival, and you can literally roll a d8 with your
Thank you, everyone,
survival roll.
for watching. Another shout out to Sirenscape for audio. I'm going to acquire some more. Oh, I closed
messed up
I
all
closed
the
Sirenscape,
cameras.
so it messed up all of the cameras. That's okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to be resuming 2 weeks from today, which will be January the 18th. Same time, same Wanderers Guild channel. Thank you all for watching. And this session will be posted along with all the other ones on YouTube. Also, shout out to our YouTube. We have an introduction to the Forbidden Lands video that just posted yesterday. You should go there and check it out. Don't forget to like,
Blowing up.
subscribe, follow, help us out. We would really like to get to 50 followers so that we can post our schedule on Twitch and all that
Please.
stuff. So, follow us, please follow us. And thank you all for watching, and have a good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.